Hey, everybody, and welcome to Generally Speaking, the podcast that bridges the worlds of pop culture and personal development. I'm your host, Jennifer Snook. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I hope everything's been going well in your world. Things have been going great in mine. I survived the bachelorette party, you guys. I'm sure you've all been wondering. 2 days in Paso, 10 women, only one near-death experience. And we will talk about that story very soon, but we have to wait for Christy to get back. Our Christy is away with family this week, but taking her place. For those of you who've been watching Generally Speaking for a while, you might remember our beautiful Sabrina Abbatte, who we absolutely love and who loves Bravo. So let's get Sabrina in right away because we have a lot to say today. Hello, sweetheart.
Hello, Jen. How are you?
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you.
Way too long.
Way too long. I totally agree. I own my own salon, and I work as, hairdressers, crazy hours.
I know what it's like. Anyway, but since I've seen you last, there's been so much Housewives happenings, right? I mean, it's been
so much Housewives, so much Bravo, and I'm really stressed as a self-proclaimed superfan that this negativity with certain housewives is going to start slowly breaking down this amazing franchise.
Well, I know the change is very evident. There is a whole new feeling, and I think so much of it, I think people have become like professionals and they try to like outwit the show and they try to self-produce and they just get themselves into trouble, and it really does kind of take away the authenticity and the fun of the reality show when you feel like everything is being pre-planned and pre-produced and, they're not really giving them their authentic selves.
No, I just feel like they have to go back to basics. When I did Big Brother, the reality show,
right,
I had a really bad time at one point and I put myself by myself in the backyard and I'm like, let's go back to basics. Like they have to go back to basics. And I ended up getting myself to the end. I just feel like they need to go back to how it started, where it was Vicky screaming at her employees and everybody being like themselves, just with a camera in their house. I just feel like now a lot of it is all like to get exposure for businesses or it's no more the same, and it's starting to get me really upset. And like they overdo it, like how Tamara, I feel like was a bit too much just to stay on the show. Like I just feel like Kenya, what she just did, it's just too much, and it's like they crossed the line. I feel like now the line is crossed and it's not fun. It's like, why are you doing that? Right. It's not nice.
No,
Teresa and Louie, investigators.
Nobody wants to watch dark.
Exactly. Like, don't do the dark. Like, why are you getting like investigators? It's like, it wasn't fun when you went to jail because people looked into your past or whatever you were doing. She didn't even know what she was signing. And I really don't like her, as you know. And I don't think she did that on purpose.
I don't think she did either. I think she did it unwittingly. I don't even think she was aware of what she was doing.
No, I literally think...
Which doesn't justify it, because you should pay attention to life and, engage.
Yeah, but I literally think Joe gave her a paper.
Yeah, she's not a hardened criminal.
I literally think Joe must have said, here, sign this. And she's like, okay. And I think she just did the same thing with Louie. And it just, like, why is all the bad, like, it's dark. It's not like fun drama anymore.
Well, yeah, you're bringing up exactly. I just did a video on Teresa and the fact that, it is looking like we are walking right down the same kind of path that she walked down with Joe, just blindly, you know what I mean? Standing by someone, not asking questions. And I don't know if it's because of just sheer blind loyalty or because she just doesn't know what questions to ask, or she can't differentiate whether or not someone is telling the truth or lying to her, because I think
I'm going to say something that maybe a lot of people don't agree with, but I am actually real old school Italian. Both my parents are born in Calabria, which is the south of Italy, and it's a very old school way of thinking, okay? And I think Joe, he did something bad, but he loved his family.
Right.
Whereas I don't think Louie does it because he loves her.
No.
Like Joe did all that crap, illegal, terrible, okay, but to give her the lifestyle she wanted, to make her happy and to give her that. Right. Whereas Louie is using her to get the lifestyle he wants.
Right. Absolutely. Right.
That's the difference. Like poor Joe is exiled in Bahamas.
Right. Joe wasn't using Teresa for a lifestyle.
No, it was the other way around.
Right.
And this guy's like, let me get the fish that believes everything as long as I tell her a couple nice things.
That's right.
And she's gonna do whatever. And okay. And then, you know, she has 4 daughters that like think they're the smartest people in the world. And one of them thinks she could, you know, talk back to her elders like it's nothing. And she's supposed to be so smart, yet she quit law school. And it's like, why didn't you give your mother some smart advice? And then you go out there after this $300,000 tax lien and say,
$3 million, $3 million, not hundreds.
It is $3 million. I was right. Sorry, $3 million tax lien.
And
my stepdad's the best. Okay. Let me see if you feel the same way when you're talking to your mom through a phone on another side of a glass
I know, but until her mom is on that other side, those 4 girls are going to stand by their mom blindly because aside from Louie, if you think about it, aside from Louie, those 4 girls are the only humans on this planet that she really has left. She doesn't have Joe and Melissa. Her parents are gone. So Louie disappears and what does she have? So those
alive. She has back to being on the show that is like not normal, but normal for Teresa. You understand? Like, I feel like if he disappears, it would give such better content. Like they're gonna talk
right.
about how
you know what? It's true. Like I know Teresa. Here's the problem. Teresa's not going to leave Louie because.
Sorry. It's the backyard dog.
Don't kill your husband because the dog.
It's not my dog. It's the dog in the backyard. Sorry.
Oh. But I don't think Teresa. So it's the neighbor's dog?
It's my backyard neighbor's dog. It's a German Shepherd. I have 3 and they don't make one sound. She has 1 and it's a devil. So annoying. I'm so sorry. Are you going to be able to cut that? I'm so sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I don't think that Teresa is going to leave Louie anytime soon because I've said this before. I've talked about it before. I think that with Louie, Teresa had a sexual awakening that she never had before. I think Joe, she had jackrabbit sex constantly. I think that's all he really had the bandwidth for. So I think that's all she's ever known. And I think Louie opened Teresa up to sex and her sexuality in a way that she never had. And so now she has this whole other aspect of her life that she's not willing to give away. I mean, that's why she plays Sade fucking all the time. It's ridiculous.
That's why
their fucking sex music.
Pineapple. Like, it's because, like, what? He introduced her to eating pineapples because of that. Like, it's like, okay, we got it.
And it's
but
sad.
Jen, like, I don't get it. Like, I can see this from Canada, okay? Like, we can all see it. Like, how do they not see it?
The same way, the same way Teresa doesn't see much, quite honestly.
Well, this is where I have my beef with Dolores, because if Dolores was such a good friend, she would say, hey, wake up. But she just rather you hang yourself, not my problem, wash my hands.
Well, yeah, she just feels like that's Teresa's life and she doesn't do it. She doesn't harm her. So why is she going to, step on her toes?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, veering out of housewife world for just a minute, let's hit some hot topics. Did you hear that just today, Taylor Ann Green quit Southern Charm?
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, though. She was useless. She had 13 seconds on the show.
I honestly, I'm so glad that she's gone.
Yeah, it's like, leave you and Rodrigo.
It's just so boring. It's so boring for me.
So boring. She's so boring. All she had to do was talk about Gaston for 10 seconds. Like, Chef doesn't give a crap about you. And, like, take you and Rodrigo and his boyfriend who lied away.
What about Louie? Have you been seeing him on TikTok with all these lives that he's been doing?
Teresa's Louie?
So Teresa's Louie has this whole new thing that he's trying to do. And he's trying to make it look like he's being sponsored by TikTok, but he's not being sponsored by TikTok. This is another kind of very similar to the whole Vanivia nightmare. Remember his Vanivia thing that was
that I remember. But this
platform.
live stuff, I completely blocked him, so I don't see anything about him. I hate his guts.
Well, he is on TikTok now. He has a new thing, Influencer Nation. I looked at it. It's either, it goes by a million different names, but that is all smoke and mirrors. He's opening one company one day, closing another one the next. And it is, I mean, it is just the epitome of sketchy business practices.
It's Jen Shah.
It's Jen Shah, 100%.
It's Jen Shah.
It's 100% Jen Shah. And it's right under everybody's nose. And he's just so in your face about it that people can't figure how he could be doing such scandalous stuff and still be so in your face about it.
But I go back to Dolores. That's why Dolores at the reunion is like, yeah, thank you, Louie. It's all good. We're not mad at you. Thank you. It's okay. Because she knows there's something bad. Like, okay,
right.
fine.
She doesn't want her kid getting in bed with Louie and his mess.
She was probably happy he got fired. Fired from what? There was no freaking what are you fired from?
No, I know.
Like, one day you're a real estate agent, the next day you're doing the cars, the next day you're asking Dave Canteen for money. He's saying no to you. Now apparently he has Bill for money. What are you doing with all this money?
I want to know where the money's going to be running out soon. The way they spend money, the money is running out very soon. I'm sure that it already is. And then there was talk about Teresa being on Traitors, but I think that's a false rumor. I don't think she's going to be on Traitors.
I don't think she'll be either. And I think that if anybody watched House of Villains, they won't put her on a show where you need to use your brain. Already, Dolores, like, sorry, was an embarrassment. I was so upset.
That was an accidental win.
Well, obviously, she just was what we call a floater, like in Big Brother. They brought her to the end because they knew she was 100% faithful. Yep. So it's like, why get rid of her? We know she's there. Yep. And then Dylan didn't want to cut her.
The fact that Dolores played that game, and even after she came out of the show and she was doing publicity, she was talking about the fact that she was felt so personally hurt. But I mean, we are playing a game. No place for being personally hurt.
Exactly.
And if you're going to have your feelings hurt playing a game like that, then you probably shouldn't be there.
You shouldn't go on. So if Teresa would go on and people would talk to her badly and then lie and then kick her out, she would get so pissed. It would be the end of the world. Like, that's not how it works. It's like those kinds of games are strategic games. You're supposed to stab each other, lie, blah, blah, blah. That's the game.
That's what makes it a game. That's what makes it a game.
That's the point. It's called Traitors. It's not called I'm your friend.
Right. Well, Dolores makes it out like they're all at the brunch table together in high school. You know what I mean? And you have all of these really tight friendships and nobody should betray each other. And she just felt so hurt by all that.
So I may or may not have been cast for Traitors Canada last year. Okay. And that's the whole point of this game. Like, you need, like, you're told very clearly, like, it's not a joke.
Okay, excuse me, caller.
To betray people.
Hold on. Okay, what do you mean? Let's just dial down on. I'm not going to let that pass. What do you mean you may or may not?
Well, I'm not. Okay, but I may or may not have been asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
You probably didn't have the time because you're a busy girl.
No, they actually replaced me with someone else.
Oh, that was their loss.
But it's okay.
Next year.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, so.
Well, you just did. Well, you probably made it as far as Teresa, because I doubt she's going to get cast either.
Well, honestly, it's really pathetic to think like that anyone would still give this girl money, but she really needs it, so help her out.
Honestly,
she's not coming back to Jersey. Possible.
What about I feel like poor Gia. I feel so there's a side of the whole Gia thing that is annoying because it's just the parroting of Teresa. But there's another side of me that feels so badly for that poor kid because it's almost like she doesn't even get to live her own life. She does so much work.
Take that back.
No, she does. She does so much covering up for her mother. You know what I mean? Like Gia's whole life has just becoming Teresa's shadow. And, you know, like she's Teresa's attorney. She's Teresa's counselor. Like that poor kid needs to live her own life. Or I'm going to tell you, I know everybody thinks that right now she's doing great and everybody's doing great. But, you know, shit comes back to roost. You know what I mean? Kids.
I don't think she's doing great. Gia lives in La La Land. Gia has severe trauma from her childhood.
That's my point. But right now, she is just going through life and you know, doing her best.
Because she saw her mother do that all the time. It's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay.
Right, that's exactly my point. I did it my whole life too. I grew up in a dysfunctional household, and that's what you do. You pretend like everything is fine. You know, you go headfirst into everything, because what's the alternative? What are you going to do? Go cry in a corner? But all of that trauma does come back to roost. You do have to really kind of plow through it and do the work to to heal all of those wounds that happen. No one's going to say that those kids weren't wounded in their childhood, because they
100% they were. 100% they were. But the thing is, when they got older,
also, sorry, I just want to say this. I also wonder if those kids have had therapy, because
100% not. They're Italian. They would never.
That's right. That's my point. Everybody makes it out. That was my video the other night. Everybody makes it out like Teresa's such a good mother. And I'm not here to, this isn't about mom shaming. This is just about not allowing that bullshit narrative. Like, that's not what good mothering is. You don't. I'm
going to say this. She loves her kids to death.
That's what I said in my video. No one would ever deny that. Of course she loves her kids. She loves her kids top to bottom, inside and out, 100%. And they love her. All I'm saying is that is not good mothering, what Teresa has been doing and continues to do. Sorry.
Yeah. And I think the only people that would make her leave Louie is her children. If her children would say something, Mom, I think that's what will make her start thinking.
The
only people. I think she loves them more than anything. And I think doing this and to tell them everything's okay and to shield them, that's her way of being a good mom.
That's right.
She doesn't realize it's only hindering them in the end, because that's one thing I can't take away from her, as much as I can't stand her, because I think she's a bird brain. Like, it bothers me so much.
I know. It's like, the truth is those kids parent her. That's the real truth.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
They parent her.
Yeah, from when they were little, and Gia used to speak to her so badly. Like, I wouldn't have, like, and I can't say this probably, but like, you can't, you get a smack in the mouth when you talk like that. Like, you can't.
Right.
Like when she was at the store getting her bra when she was a little kid.
Right.
No.
I mean, Teresa's daughter. You can't really be too surprised. Do you remember the way Teresa used to talk about Melissa in front of those kids? It was horrible.
Do you remember? Yes.
And she tried to talk
about Kathy and Caroline, Melissa, the stripper, the whore thing. They're laughing in the car and go, who's gonna say about those raccoon eyes? Okay, like all of that in the car, because she was always driving because he couldn't drive.
Yes.
Okay. It was so bad. Like I rewatched this whole entire series too many times, and it's like, especially around the holidays, I like to watch it, and it's just like every time I watch it, oh my god!
It's like comfort food for you.
Father. What?
It's like comfort food for you.
Well, for me, it's comforting all the way until like as of once the twins came, it changed.
The twins?
Yeah, exactly. You don't remember them, eh?
Which ones were the twins?
Freaking the twins that pulled Melissa's friend's hair. They're not friends anymore. The one that had cancer.
Yes. I was going to say that scene. You're talking about the scene where Danielle pulls Marge's hair.
No, that's Danielle and Marge. I'm talking about the twins, season 7. Those two freaking little girls that ends up one dating the other's husband.
Oh,
the one with the long black hair that she had cancer and she pulled her hair in the cop outfit. You don't even remember it.
Oh my God. Yes, you're really unearthing it right now.
Yeah. So until then,
them in ages.
Yeah. Until then, for me, it was comfort. Felt like I was watching minus a lot, like my family, like that Italian in the house, your nonna, your nonno, Zio Joe, Zia Melissa. Like, it was like, cause I always told you, like, it's my mom and her brother, but just the opposite. Right. My mom is Joe and her brother is Teresa.
Right.
Okay. How like he took my grandparents and he took it was so like awful. And it's just, and they're from Jersey. I told you from the last time. I watch it all the time and you think to yourself, like, what the heck? Like, people were scandalized when Joe's like, talk about my father over time, I'm gonna hit your head over the stove or whatever like that. And for me, I was like, whatever.
You're like, that sounds like any other Sunday.
Like nothing. Yeah. But you see, he loved her.
Right.
This one will never talk like that. He's gonna write siempre insieme in the backyard in the bricks. But he is not thinking that. That's how he's luring her in to get as much as he can from her.
Yes, it's all deliberate. It's all just manipulation because he knows he just needs 2 + 2 for Teresa and she'll lap it up.
Jen, I always said that I'm sure he was at his Jersey Shore house, like peeking out the window when he saw her running in the
100%. Hey, so nice to meet you. Had no idea.
I have no clue who you are. You're so beautiful. I 100% believe he went after Alexia first.
He did. That's like
I do believe it, but he denies it.
Of course he denies it.
He said it was for the autism and the fact that they were going through bad things with their sons.
Oh.
Okay, but I don't think it's that. If she was going to bite, he was going to continue. Because she's Spanish, so he went after someone of him. And then said, okay, let me go for Teresa, the brunette Italian version of Alexia.
Well, Alexia, I'm not saying that she's any brain buster, but I do think she's a little sharper than Teresa.
Well, yes, a bit.
I don't, which I know it isn't saying much, but for Louie,
okay, but it's a bit.
Teresa is a softer target than Alexia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Alexia would have caught on because he doesn't have enough money.
Yes.
When she started realizing, wait, there isn't that much money here, she would have left.
Exactly.
She would have took her Birkins and got the hell out of there.
Yes, and Alexia would at least ask a few more questions. You know what I mean? To try and get to the real answer. Teresa would do whatever he says at face value and say, oh, that's just Lou, I love him.
Yeah, and Alexia's not scared of divorce.
No. No, but I'll tell you, Teresa would be very embarrassed about like the Joe thing happening and then the Louie thing falling apart. She'd be like, that would be
I believe she stays with him a little bit more than she wants because she wants to. But that extra little maybe is for, we say in Italian, the vergogna. Because if she leaves him, oh my God, everyone's going to say, I told you so. And she doesn't want that.
That's 100% true. I think that drives so much of what she does. You know, what everyone else thinks.
Disaster.
What do you think about that new show, Next Gen? Did you see the preview for it?
Yeah, okay, but you have to understand how much I cannot stand Gia. It's really bad. Like, I don't even want to watch it to not give them ratings so it gets canceled. Yeah, because I'm going to make the difference. I know. I'm aware. It's all because of me that they'll get a season 2.
I know, but
I love Kim Zolciak's daughter. I love Ariana Bierman.
I think she is the standout, hands down.
Because she's real. She makes fun of her mother with her stupid clickbait. Like, I love it. Like, it's so real.
With the opposite of Gia, right? The opposite of Gia, who's just running cover for Teresa left and right. That's what I mean. Like, poor Gia. Like, Jesus Christ, Teresa, get it together so that poor girl can live her life.
Yeah. No, but I think did you hear what she said? I'm quitting law school to follow in my mother's footsteps. You didn't see that? Follow her all the way to the...
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say it. Because that's not nice, but still.
Follow her to camp twice.
Namaste.
What? Yeah, exactly. What about the rumors about Lindsay Hubbard joining rhonj?
Okay, I don't know. So I'm a huge Summer House fan. Do you like
Lindsay? Do you think she'd be a good addition?
Okay, so I love Summer House.
Okay.
I love it. So I like Lindsay sometimes, and sometimes I don't like her. I like Lindsay because she's straightforward, and I'm very much like that, and there's no filter and whatever. But with Lindsay, she lies also. That's what I don't like about Lindsay. She does the, I find she adds on. I don't think she always tells the truth.
So you think, so you think because she's a liar, she wouldn't fit in New York?
Well, I think she would do great for that, but I just feel like
exactly. It's almost a prerequisite.
I'm going to say something that's probably not like nice and whatever, but like I feel like these shows started because you had to watch these really rich women in their opulent life with problems.
Right.
Like, I just don't feel like...
You're saying Lindsay's not rich enough for you.
No, I don't want to say that because I'm not rich.
But that's what you said. You want to watch
like,
the rich.
I want to watch. I don't want
people that don't have your problems, right? You want to watch the really rich ones that have different
with problems. You understand what I mean? Like, I'm watching OC and it's like, Gina, Like, I don't care. I have the exact same problems you do. Get out of my screen. Like, I want to see, like, Terry DeBro and freaking Champs in her $1 billion mansion crying because something went, like something that's like, okay, we're not alone, even the really rich.
Right.
And I want to see their lifestyle and how good they look. And, like my wardrobe's way better than a lot of them now.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, basically she's not rich enough for you. So no Lindsay's not holding an apple in your world.
Not that she's not rich enough. It's just, it's not the status. Like, it's supposed to be socialite. Like what's her name? Tinsley. Like, Mortimer. Like it's supposed to be that in New York.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Tinsley was a bona fide socialite.
Yeah, like she should have been there.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong about that.
So that's all I mean. And not that she's not rich enough. Like, I don't want to talk about anybody's money. I'm sure she has way more money than I do. I'm just saying, like, not like Serena Van der Woodsen's mother, although I do not want to talk about Blake Lively. But I'm saying, like, I want that in
100%. I get it.
You know what I mean?
No, yes, I do. No, you're 100% right about that.
That's all I'm saying.
Van der Woodsen's mom. Yes. That level.
Yes. The ponytail.
Yeah.
Married to a guy that disappeared and died. Like, oh my God.
I love that. Did you watch White Lotus?
Yeah.
And?
Okay. Maybe I'm too old school for this shit, but I really don't like it. It's just like, it pissed me off. It made me upset. I hate how the ending happened. The girls just disappeared. They just, ran away from the shooting and then never saw them again until they were on the boat. I'm pissed off that I didn't get to see like the Schitt's Creek moment where they get off the boat to their house and they're broke and there's Moira.
Right. I know. I know. What about Parker Posey's character in that family? I mean, the mother in that family, was she not hilarious though?
If it wasn't for her, the show would have sucked. I think I say 50 times a day now, where's my lorazepam?
I'm telling you, I could watch that whole thing over just to watch that character. She was
excellent.
Thank God for her, because she really did kind of replace the Jennifer Coolidge hilarity, because you need comic relief. On a show that's that heavy and mysterious and dark, you need that comic relief, and holy fuck did she give it up.
It was fantastic. It was fun. When she hugs the daughter, it is like, I was dying. When she said, I prayed to Jesus. I could not breathe. The daughter's like, I knew that the daughter's going to be like, I need my air conditioner. She's like, yes, you do. I was dying.
I know.
That's so real.
It was so good.
It was so good, which would have been the funnier part to find out, to see just her face when she found out they were broke. That's it.
I know.
They should have just ended it with that. Like, they're on the boat and they get like a Google notification on that.
All you get is a glance.
It would have been
the knowing
so
look.
much better.
But you just have to use your little imagination, baby, and imagine her curled up in a corner, rocking back and forth.
Oh my God, it would be so funny. I think she would have wanted to go back to Thailand to eat the what's it called, the fruit herself.
Oh yeah, the killer fruit.
That he was just lying there for 20 minutes, like you're either dead or you're not. Like, what is happening? I'm annoyed. Like,
so okay, we're leaving Thailand now and heading to Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay, but wait. If you like Dorit, this is not gonna go well. I'm logging off right now.
Buckle up, sweetie. Buckle up.
She's rich, honey. She's rich. No, she's not.
Okay, before they go back to start part 2, they start with backstage with Garcelle and Sutton. And they're commiserating with. So you're telling me that you're on Team Sutton? Is that what you're saying?
No.
You're not Team Sutton.
No. Okay. Do you want me to give you my idea, my opinion?
Yeah, yes, in just a second. Oh, Garcelle says to Sutton, you can't trust any of them. This is bullshit. And Sutton says, yeah, I didn't know Kyle was so angry. And then she says, can I go home now? And Garcelle says, I want to. The two of them are not happy to be there at this point.
Done.
At
and
all.
It's true. Sutton at any reunion is a scared little mouse. But in the confessionals, she's big.
Oh, yeah. Big talker. Big talker. And then before they start rolling, they're all sitting down again. And before they start rolling, Garcelle says to the producer, did you hear? Do I look angry? Because I'm really angry. Or
Oh,
do
yeah,
I
I
look
heard it.
annoyed? How annoyed do I look?
I thought it was angry. Okay, you're right. It was annoyed.
Yeah, it was annoyed.
Can't stand
And then
a lot of them.
Andy asked her if there's something that she'd like to say. He says, Garcelle, I heard there's something that you'd like to say. And she says, yeah, Kyle, I just wanted to say that it feels like what you shared with me, you shared with me off camera to shut me up. And Kyle says, I told you what I told you off camera because it was stuff that I couldn't say on camera.
And then Garcelle says to Sutton that it was a
chess move. Yes, that's right.
That was a chess move. Which, by the way, so I love Kyle very much.
I love Kyle too.
Oh, you do?
I love Kyle. Did you hear about her and Teddy getting attacked the other day by or not?
Okay, I watched that video from 17 different angles. Okay, the freaking oh my god! When I got the one with the audio from in back of the cop, the freaking woman was a psychopath.
She was crazy.
Yeah, but she was. I understood every word she said because she was speaking in Spanish and she was telling them really bad things.
Yeah,
and it's like the dog did try to attack Kyle, and she just said, "You're strangling your dog. Be careful." And the girl's like, I love animals.
And then she ripped her sweater off and went charging.
And then honestly, Kyle hiding behind Teddy, like that's really not the vibe right now. Like I was like, Kyle abort mission.
Yeah, maybe the other way around, Kyle. Maybe
poor lady.
Be protecting Teddy.
Poor lady, poor Teddy. Oh my god. But
honestly, I've thought about that before. What you do in a situation like that is you just run and you get on the hood of the nearest car because the dog can't get up there, and the girl trying to get up. I would just jump on a car.
I wouldn't do any of that. I'm not scared of people or dogs. I love animals. I have 3 dogs, but Kyle's not scared of dogs. She has 150 of them. She should have just walked away.
Well, she didn't.
I know. I'm like, what are you still doing there? And then. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Go away.
I know.
Why is there 59 of this video?
It was hilarious.
Go away. I love Kyle. And I think it was very mean that Garcelle did that on purpose because now she's pissed. She wanted to get back at her and she wanted to throw her under the bus because she said that without saying that she's a lesbian.
Well, so Garcelle says, I feel like you told me what you told me off camera as a way
about Morgan
to shut me up, right?
Well, what else are you insinuating?
So Kyle did confess to Garcelle. Obviously, we have to assume that Kyle confessed to Garcelle, right? Which is exactly why I think that now there's all this talk about the fact that Garcelle is not answering Kyle's calls. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think that what's happening now, Garcelle walked off, bailed on everybody at the reunion, didn't take the picture.
And now she doesn't know nothing.
And now Kyle's sitting there thinking, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
I told her everything. Now she knows. And now
she's not under contract.
She's not under contract. She has no allegiance to me. Now Kyle's panicking. She's not taking my calls. I think Kyle's probably reaching out thinking, trying to like smooth things over and make sure that things are cool. And she's not going to go spill all her secrets.
Yeah, but we don't need Garcelle to do it. We know. It's very obvious. Like when Andy and Dorit were double hitting her. Yeah, when Andy with Dorit went double attack on her. Well, you shouldn't have made a video and
but they weren't wrong.
They're 100% right.
Kyle can't start a wildfire and
100%.
wonder why everyone's standing around with fucking fire extinguishers.
Exactly. And
people
that's
are jumping out of the fucking bushes with fire extinguishers. Yeah, sweetie, because you started a big old fucking inferno.
Exactly. So I was like, oh crap. And like Kyle wanted to like Kill Andy with her eyes.
She 100% was so pissed.
She's like, you better stop now. Like she was
giving him the shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and she kept doing that. I was like, oh my God. Also, now that I grabbed this, Kyle, next reunion, please.
No, I talk about it all the time. If I see it one more time, it makes me insane. Or the arms, the detached arms.
But why does she do these things? She's so beautiful. It's so weird. Like at that place, out of all that, she looks better in her confessionals. I'm like, what are you doing?
Honestly, I am ready. I genuinely am so ready. You know, when you talk about going back to basics, it's almost like the reunions are kind of indicative. They're kind of show exactly what you're talking about. Things have just gotten so overblown. Like, it's like, how much dressier people dress fancier for those fucking reunions. I can't talk reunions than they do to a formal event. I mean, it's crazy.
It's a bit ridiculous.
I honestly like Jenna. When Jenna showed up in jeans and just like a tie, like that's how I'd show up.
This is way too opulent. Like, you're not going to the Met Gala. Chill.
Thank you. They show up like they're going to the Met Gala. Truthfully.
I don't know what it's for. First of all, like, some of them, like, okay, anyways, I don't want to say these things, but like some of them really can't even like maybe like
afford it.
Be able to purchase them. Like
100%. But,
like, you know, did you know about Dorit and the Neiman Marcus thing?
She's not paying for something?
No, she's banned from every Neiman Marcus in America because she did too many returns.
Is that a rumor?
I don't think so, because did you not see the not wearing one designer thing this season? She was buying and returning. She was doing her picture.
You think so? Do you really?
Well, I think it makes a lot of sense after that video. Don't you remember that video at Chanel?
No, I don't.
You don't know the video at Chanel that she's on the phone? You don't know about the video of Dorit on the phone with PK at Chanel on Rodeo Drive?
No.
She's on the phone with PK and she's like, which one do I use? This one's not passing. She purchased her Chanel purse, only one purse, on 6 different credit cards.
Oh, come on. You don't.
It's all over TikTok. Go. I swear. And this was even before I hated her. I felt bad for her then. Now I cannot stand her.
Are you for real?
Go on TikTok. It's everywhere. I swear.
Well, that just proves my point. That proves my point that she can't afford it.
Yeah, but you see, at Neiman Marcus, you could bring it back. I did that once for a wedding. I wore the dress and I brought it back because I didn't sweat.
Well, clearly they're on to her.
Well, yeah, so they blocked her for too many returns.
Right.
She was wearing like gray, like pullover sweaters.
You've kind of seen it with Dorit. You've seen her like the full, when Dorit was doing the full fashion shit. She hasn't done that for the last couple seasons. She's been toning it down and going more natural, I think, for the last season she was looking more natural, the darker hair. She wasn't as that.
But she was very much LV. Chanel. Like,
yeah. No, I know. But no more.
You know, when Fancy Pants does it, it's okay.
Well, right. Well, yeah.
Like,
well, because we know that Heather could afford all of it.
Like, she could buy the store.
The store, basically.
And then she could go buy the next store.
Yes.
But like this one,
no.
Like, not even on consignment. And her stupid thing, like, I can't with her. Well, PK said that. Spit it out! Like, she takes 4 hours to talk, okay? With her, the bank didn't call him back. So he's not paying until he gets a better rate. That's not how it works.
Apparently they're all paid up.
It's not because they didn't call him back. It's because he found the money. How does he have all this money? He has one client, Boy George.
I know. I wonder that too. He's only had one client, as far as I know, for quite some time though. We've only ever heard.
Well, I mean, we can't talk about it because we don't know what they do with their money, and we don't know his businesses and all of that. But
yeah, he may have other clients, but the only one we've ever heard of is Boy George.
Yeah. But anyway, it's really weird. And I also loved PK's statement. That was fantastic.
I don't have a problem with PK at all. I don't have a problem with their relationship being over. I think that they have I think they've outgrown each other. And, you know, I think I do think he's not into her anymore, quite frankly.
No, he's not. And the way she is on this season is how she is. And that gets annoying.
And but I also think that I think he probably wrestles with a lot of stuff. I don't think he's the nicest guy either. I think it's time for them to split for the best interest of those kids. I
totally agree, because don't forget how he was with Erica at the beginning.
Yeah, no, he
mustn't be
not an easy guy.
No,
100%.
I agree.
He's not an easy guy. And he clearly has a lot of his own like unhealed wounds. He's talked about it. So he's got a lot of stuff he's got to work through. And Dorit, I think she hung her hat. I think Dorit thought that she was marrying a guy that had all the money in the world that's going to provide her this incredible life. And then even with the fact that they were on this big, huge show, things got very real in their life, you know?
And it's okay. What I wish she would just say is, yeah, we have financial problems. Everybody does, even the rich. What's your
That's
problem?
right. That's what
Like, it gets me
really
so nervous
should
that
say.
she laughs it off and pretends and shits on people who live in a main road.
Well,
99%
let's
of
face
people-
it, she was only coming back at Sutton because of what Sutton said to her.
I know, but like, first of all, you're also shitting on Kyle because that was Kyle's house. Second of all, you live in Bel Air.
I thought, no, the house that she's in now, I don't think that's not Kyle's.
Oh, she was in the Kyle's house.
The rental, she rented and then she bought this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. She's in the main road in Bel Air. You're in the valley.
Don't
and
talk shit about the valley, sweetie.
West. It doesn't matter. Okay. I live in Laval West. Okay.
Right.
But the point is, like, you know what pissed me off with friggin' Sutton? Is that she was
You say Sutton. You say Sutton, the double T, the same way that Jennifer Tilly does. Sutton.
Yeah, because we're Canadian. That's why.
You're right.
It's because of that. But it's because I was like, okay, I know she gets annoying, but it's a lot of it is because of her severe insecurities. I mean, if you had a mother like Reba, I don't think you would be the most normal human either, right?
Right, 100%. But that's where she needs to start doing that work on herself.
To get better. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. But I was like, okay, Sutton, Dorit's being a BICTH 100%. And then she said the wallet comment and she lost me. I don't like when people, that's why I had like a difficult time to say before saying like she's not rich enough to be on Roni, because I don't like when people talk about people's money. I don't care if you're poor, you're rich, or you're a millionaire, as long as you're nice. Like Kyle's the richest one out of all of them and she's the normalest one.
Yes.
And you're shitting on Dorit. I don't think Garcelle's that rich, not for nothing.
No, she's not.
And it's like, dude, like, how are you acting like that when your best friend doesn't have a wallet that fits or matches or whatever the hell she said?
Right.
And I also don't understand how she looks like that at the table and then looks like a goddess in her freaking confessionals. Like like it's very weird, the different look in the eyes, and it's like so different. Some
people are rooted in the right stuff, so they don't have to act nice. But to me, it's like Sutton is not rooted in the right stuff. Sutton is rooted in all the wrong stuff, so she acts nice.
100%.
You know what I mean? So that's why it doesn't feel authentic with Sutton, because it feels like she is acting nice. And that's why as soon as she drops the act, the real Sutton comes through. And that's why Dorit said in that,
yes.
Oh, here she comes.
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes.
There she is.
There she is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because the good girl act with Sutton expires.
Yeah, 100%. Because she does the good girl Southern act. And it's full of shit. Because at the end of the day, she says the stupid comments like, oh, I found out I had a baseball team and I didn't know. You know that's a good thing. Like, F off. Like, you're so annoying.
Off. Yeah.
Like, that was so annoying. And like, you literally only have everything you have because of your husband, not because of you. So
I mean, she's not self-made in any way, shape, or form.
No, like that's what I get real like.
It used to make me sick when she would talk about the fact that I have this business down here in
real store.
Like she makes it out like she works her ass off to keep that business open when, quite frankly, she could just afford the rent.
But you know that it's closed down, right?
Yes, I know it closed down, but it closed down like whatever. But it didn't close down because she couldn't afford the rent. She could.
No, she just she bought herself a job.
Yeah, exactly. She bought herself a job.
She did. Oh no, she is so annoying. But then you go to freaking Georgia and then you understand a lot more.
But it also gives you less patience. If it's that obvious that she needs to, like I said, dive in and do the work and heal that, because it is just so obvious for everyone to see. You know what I mean? It's got to be obvious. It's not like it's a mystery to fucking Sutton as to why she is such a judgmental, person when she comes from the mother that she comes from. Like, sorry, it's not hard.
There. And Jennifer Tilly, you're hilarious, but please go away.
What do you mean go away?
What did she do?
Is she boring you?
Well, that's just because, like, she doesn't like
I think this brings up a good question. Does a person on any of the Housewives show, can they be on there? Can you justify their presence on the show if they are just an interesting person, or do they have to have an interesting storyline? So can the person that they are be enough, or do they have, people say that all the time. Oh, she doesn't have a storyline. Oh, she's using me as her storyline. Or can you just
I don't like the storyline thing. I don't like the storyline thing, okay? But like Erica, she doesn't have a storyline. What's her storyline? Her stupid remodel? But I love her as a person. I want her there.
And if you're invested in a person, as long as we've all been invested in Erica, then we understand that everyone has a transitional season, and you can appreciate the fact that even though this might not be a banging season, she's turning a corner.
Yes, but I just don't find that Jennifer Tilly had any connection with anyone. Well, I don't think she went well aside from stupid Sutton, but like, I don't think she belongs at, like, see, Kathy Hilton is a very interesting human. Andy loves that she's there because she's Kathy Hilton. I cannot stand her. I don't want her there. What are you doing here? You're the evil stepsister to Kyle. Like, I don't like you. You're mean, and you think you act stupid, and you're really, really not. And I really think you're evil. I don't like you. You're very mean. Whereas, like, Bose, I freaking love her.
I love like Bose.
I love Bose. I hated the fact that she crawled up Dorit's butt. Yes. Okay. And I think she wants to be the strong one of the group because she did her research before and saw that Kyle was the strong one of the group. And that's maybe why she befriended Dorit, because she's not used to being second anywhere. But I love Bose. As much as I do not love the fertility journey and shit like that, I still love watching her. I just felt like Jennifer Tilly really only brought like a beautiful fashion and like,
well, I think that they do need to dive into Jennifer Tilly more, but I think that she's funny as hell. I think she is, she to me is a little bit lightweight, almost like that character on White Lotus. Like, she's just like hilarious. Do you see her? She just does weird shit. I could watch her do weird shit. She eats her candy. The way she clocks
eating the candy.
Did you hear her say to Sutton? Did you hear? I'm not talking about
ask Garcelle.
candy. I mean the fact that she brings it out on the fucking reunion stage, and she doesn't really give a shit. She is who she is unapologetically, and I like that about her.
Well,
and what about the fact that she said to Garcelle, "Do you think Sutton is on anxiety medication?"
Exactly, and you're an actress. You're mic'd. You know this.
That's what makes me think it's even funnier. The fact that she dropped that. She's not dumb. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's warming up, sweetie. I think she is gonna hold a diamond next year.
Let's see. Maybe, because Andy does like those really like important people.
I think that she is absolutely hysterical. I think she knew exactly what she was doing when she said, "Do you think she's taking anti-anxiety medication?" And then what about Garcelle? We're mic'd.
Yeah.
And then Garcelle busted up laughing.
Yeah.
And what about the fact that Garcelle's not even speaking to Sutton right now?
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say. Sutton, I think that Garcelle needs to leave.
Sutton.
Yeah. I think Garcelle needs to leave. Sutton now doesn't have her friend. She's not even talking to her off the show. She needs to leave. And I really wish they bring back LVP.
Oh, God.
With Jennifer Tilly, if she stays.
Yeah, but I think Jennifer Tilly and LVP, that could be hilarious. But I don't think we're ever going to see LVP. I think that's
but imagine LVP with Dorit right now. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Well, yeah, Dorit and LVP had some of that original beef, so I don't know.
Yeah, and she's friends with the PK, so
there's just not enough in it for her. I don't think she'd ever come back. She's got.
I know, but she's not even on her actual show. Like, what are you doing?
I know. Oh, then they get into all of the Morgan shit. I mean, we talked about this earlier, but yeah, says to Kyle, well, she is a public figure, talking about Morgan. She is a public figure, and Kyle's still trying to make excuses for why Morgan's not on the show, and it's
like you were on it last year.
Yeah.
And like Andy said, maybe go to a video.
Andy goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a lot more famous now than she was then.
And it's true.
And it's
I didn't know who she was.
What about Kathy Hilton and her Chinese comment? Where
I told you I really hate her. I cannot stand her.
I mean, she's just
no, she's not stupid though.
No, she's not stupid. She's not stupid. No, she's not.
The fashion show thing, that was on purpose. Get off the damn stage. Not everything's about you. Like, I could totally understand how it must have been difficult for Kyle with her. She's not nice.
She's not. No, absolutely not. It was like, not.
You
I don't think it was an easy upbringing for any of those girls. I think their mother was brutal, the most brutal. You know, in Hollywood, willing to do anything to marry her daughters off and get her kids in the right lane with the right people.
I think she PIMP'd her children. Like,
not in the real way, but yes.
No, not in the real, like in the sense of saying like she wanted them with rich men and get pregnant, have these children with these rich men to secure a paycheck.
Exactly. What about when she pulled out the bubble yum gum? Did you see the big, huge pack of pink bubble yum gum?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. But that's what I almost feel like the fact that it's even that kind of gum, it's almost like arrested development with those girls. It's like they didn't mature fully. Well, Kathy Hilton didn't. I mean, she married at like something stupid like 18 or something. She was so young.
I just feel like she says these awful comments knowing, like, she knows his name is not PK. Why are you saying PJ? You know what she's gonna say when you say he's a good father, right? Like, you know, like she's so like, I really don't like her.
She's no dummy, and she knows what she's doing. She has been navigating Hollywood, you know what I mean, for years. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she knows everybody in it. And it's like everybody says, everybody wants to be at Kat. Everybody's like afraid of her. She's like this paragon of Hollywood.
It's because of how much money and status she has, which is what Beverly Hills should be about, right? Which is what I like.
That's your ideal housewife.
That's what I like. But I just find that
that's what we got when it first started, if you remember. You had
but there's a meanness to her.
Yes. Yes. Well, hello. That's how we lost Lisa Rinna and that whole thing up at that house when she flipped out and everybody made
Hold on, you think Lisa Rinna is mean?
No, I love Lisa.
I'm like, no.
No, I'm saying no. That's what everybody...
she flipped out on freaking Kathy.
Yes. No.
And no one's going to go against Kathy. So
no one's going to go against Kathy. That's right. And it made Lisa just look like she was a shit talker when she really wasn't. She was, Kathy is a control freak. She's used to ruling that family. You know, she's a bully, basically. It's going to be
a bully.
My way or the highway. And you are going to step in the line because I said so kind of shit.
You're Kathy Hilton, yet we don't know anything about Conrad. Isn't that funny how he disappears when you don't want people to know? Her youngest son? Very funny. I'm Kathy Hilton. Paris and Nikki are every single place. Even the other one, what's his name? The one that's married to that model.
The other son.
The one that's married to the model with the 2 kids.
Yes.
And then the youngest one.
Right.
We don't know where he is. It's because she's very, very powerful.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's exactly why people chose to believe her and vilified Lisa and made her out to be some kind of a liar when she really wasn't. She was telling
Lisa tells the truth.
Lisa Rinna was telling I will say this to 100%. The day I die. Lisa Rinna was shocked because she had always looked at Kathy Hilton the same way everybody else had, but she saw Kathy's mask fall. She saw who Kathy really was, and then she talked about it, and then she got fucking
in trouble. It's kind of like what Teresa said at the reunion. Look around, honey. Whoever goes around against me isn't here at this couch anymore. And it's kind of the same thing. Andy's like, oh no.
Yep, exactly.
I love Lisa Rinna.
I miss her so much.
Me too. Maybe we bring that Lisa back.
I would love that to me. Any day I would take Lisa Rinna back.
I love her.
What do you think about this Summer House season? How are you?
I love Summer House.
I love it too. I love it.
Love it.
I think it's great. I think it's hilarious that Carl went out with that girl, the lemur girl, and then she gave him the lemon and he got the ick. Did you see that?
Like, how is the lemon that's gonna give you the freaking ick? What is the outfit, the self-made?
No, he didn't mind the outfit, but he did mind the lemon.
He did mind the. I was like, obviously, she's gonna give you a lemon.
He's an interesting guy.
Carl's weird though.
Carl is a little different.
Carl's with that. See, that I agree. Lindsay, you cannot be with Carl. You are too much of a strong person to be with someone like Carl.
When Carl said last season, hug me tighter or whatever that was, I need to feel it more. I'm just like, I think he called off that wedding because simply he knew he was terrified about stepping up and being the man that she expected him to be.
Or anyone. He has problems, the poor guy.
Yeah, he really does. He's wrestling with who he is.
A lot. Because he wants to do the drugs and the alcohol and the stuff and all of that. He really tries not to, right? He's doing so great in his sobriety. That's amazing. But I do think it's a struggle.
Well, I think it's a struggle. And I think the reason why you have the struggle is because he's still wrestling with who he is internally. And I think as soon as he figures that out, the struggle, once you figure out who you are inside, then the struggle goes.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Okay, but wait, is it what I think?
Probably.
100% he is.
Yeah, exactly. Then Jesse picked up Lexi and Wes for the drive out to the house.
I love Jesse.
Jesse's hilarious, right?
He's so funny. I hate the fact that I need to admit he asked you to be exclusive just to sleep with you. Like, he's such an F-boy. Why are you a loser?
I think he's ready to not be an F-boy. I think if he was only an F-boy, he wouldn't have done that. I think that, do you know if they're still together? I think they're still
not.
They're not?
No.
So I heard her on Watch What Happens Live talking about him.
Did you see her comment about Jesse and Sierra being like the two brothers in the White Lotus? I was like, oh, my little Torontonian. Good girl, my little Canadian. Good girl. But we need to give Jen Aiden her lip liner back. And then everything else is good.
Oh, my God. You're so funny.
The monkey's asshole.
The lip liner is heavy.
It came to haunt us in Summer House. Okay, Margaret, we need you. Come again.
You are hilarious.
Come on, she's so gorgeous. What is that?
I know, but it's a phase. She's going through a phase.
She's so beautiful.
I bet there's somewhere I could find a picture of all of us with the dark line lip.
In 1990 something.
Hey, that's what I said. We all have the face.
But not in 2025. We're going to go nude for 2025.
Yeah, but that's it, right? It's the dark line with the nude center.
Yeah, it's like so much that it blends, so then her whole mouth looks red, like Jen Aiden.
I know.
But she's so gorgeous.
I know.
I love her. I love Lexi, and I'm so happy she's not with him because she's too innocent and sweet for him. But he is like,
I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he was.
No, he's not a bad guy.
I don't think Jesse's a bad guy.
No, he's not a bad guy, but he does want to like sow his wild oats and enjoy his fame right now.
Dude, I think he is ready to slow down the sowing of the wild oats, but all of her very strong rhetoric around, this is how you have to be and da-da-da, I think it spooked him a little bit. Like, I think you're
the one bringing her to see your parents.
Because she asked, she wanted to. And he was just like, no, that's what she wants to do. He didn't think it was, but I think that's my point. I think he really saw a future with her. And he's like, this isn't my time schedule. This isn't the time frame that I would do it. But I care about this girl and this is what she wants. So I'm not going to make a fuss about it. You know what I mean?
No, he should have just said no and he would have looked more normal.
Well, he didn't.
I think he's hanging out with Wes too much. I also love Wes.
Do you love Wes? So did Sierra.
But I just think that Wes has a problem. Like, he did the same thing with Brianna Chicken Fry. Do you know Brianna Chicken Fry?
What the fuck did you just say? Brianna Chicken Fry?
You don't know who this is?
Chicken Fry?
You don't know who Brianna Chicken Fry is? Jen. Dave Portnoy's podcast girl.
I don't
the
know.
OG.
I know this is horrible and I know I do this, but
she was going out with Zach, that stupid evil country singer that cheated on her 700 million times.
Sweetheart, I only have so much time. If I have
Okay, fine, whatever. So I have no life, apparently. Okay, so
so
anyway,
Brianna Chicken Fry, who is this?
super famous girl on Dave Portnoy's network for podcasting. Okay, like she's super famous, uber famous. Okay,
Dave
and then he goes out with her.
What's his name? Portnoy?
Dave Portnoy.
He does is that the guy that does the hot sauce shit?
No, pizza. One slice, one bite. You know how it goes.
No, no, I don't. I thought they were.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with Dave Portnoy.
With another guy.
I love Dave Portnoy. He's the original podcast king. He's worth $1 billion. He can't even divorce his wife because it's not worth it. Okay, it's like wild. Okay, it's fantastic. Okay, Alex Cooper. He discovered her.
Yes.
You know, call her daddy.
Yes.
Okay, so this realm of humans. So Wes goes out with Brianna in New York like 2 months ago, and then he does a freaking column about like an interview about her, talking about her now. The same thing he did to Sierra. He has to stop doing this.
He needs to shut up.
I'm like, why are you doing this? You look so stupid. You really like your 15 minutes.
Are you? What's happening? We got some serious Zoom shit going on here.
I told you, I don't know how to take this stupid thing out. It's so annoying. I can't stand it. He keeps going in. I'm getting dizzy and I have vertigo.
I can't watch. Just listening. Something about Sabrina's hole.
I swear, that's why I've been staying like this at times. Aside from the sticking in my chin, but it's
side is going in and zooming out.
I don't know how to take it out. It's so annoying. I don't go on my iPad because of this. I don't know how to take it out. I should just Google it or whatever.
Okay, Jesse puts on a Shabbat dinner.
No.
And he was so cute at it, right? He did the little prayer. He sang the prayer.
The little singer.
And then they go around the table and everybody talks about their week, the best part of their week. And then when they get to Carl, he talks about that date with the lemur girl.
I believed him, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I believed him too.
That's what I'm saying. Like Lindsay.
No, but she did eventually believe him. And I thought
you are currently pregnant.
That. What?
You are currently pregnant with another man's child.
Thank God.
15 minutes after you broke up with him. You shouldn't care who's texting.
Yeah.
Even in August.
In the next breath, you have to remember, if you were pregnant 15 minutes after you broke up with the dude that you'd been with for 3 or 4 years or however long it was.
2.
Okay, 2. Call it what you want. 2 years. You would wonder, right? Because she got blindsided. She got really.
She didn't get blindsided. She didn't want to be with him either.
I know, maybe in her heart of hearts, but she was committed to that fucking wedding.
No, the second he said that, she's like, okay, and she left and called her dad.
What's she gonna do? Beg?
No, but she could have been like, okay, babe, let's talk about it. And she wanted to leave. She thought it was her door, and she ran through it.
Oh, yes, but of course, but she was still devastated to the point where. You have to understand that now she may be 4 or 5 or 6 months pregnant at this point, but you're still wondering, wait a minute, what did end that? Was there something going on that caused him to end that? I think it's still totally within the realm of her to be curious.
Fine, but she was not devastated.
If she was mature and if she was really she didn't need to ask. She should have sucked it up and said, it doesn't matter now. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Because
she was only devastated about the end of that relationship because she couldn't get a dress and a show and a child.
I'm just saying that it makes sense that she was still curious. Was that what was the impetus of that breakup? But she still could have just kept her mouth shut and said, I'm in this spot now. It doesn't even matter to me.
She got way too angry.
But then she got unangry as soon as he told her.
Yeah, that's why Wes said, I like pregnant Lindsay.
No, everybody's like, pregnant Lindsay's cool, right? Yeah. And sometimes, you know what I mean? Shit like that changes people. Sometimes on a cellular level, going through something like that can kind of just grow you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But meanwhile, everybody's tripping on the Jesse and what's her name?
Yeah.
Lexi. They're all hot and heavy all over again. Meanwhile,
because of Sarah.
Paige goes, I'm confused. She goes, last I knew, there was toe sucking and tears and everybody was upset. And then remember the toe sucking thing like last week?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He is an F-boy. He wasn't going to use toe suck for 37 minutes.
37 minutes? Where'd you get that from?
You don't know this? It's on the show. Jen,
I didn't see it.
37 minutes. That's the whole problem.
He was in that room for 37
He was in
minutes?
the room for 37 minutes. That's why I'm mad. You didn't know this? So everyone's shitting on Emerald for not being a boy's boy, but he kind of is defending him and not talking about the 37 minutes.
Hold on. I'm gonna go back and watch it as soon as we're done here.
And
so
I will be
telling me it
expecting a
said
text
37
message.
minutes later?
You didn't see on Watch What Happens Live when Auntie's like, so you know it's like 37 minutes not toe sucking, right? And she's like, so
okay,
Canadian
Sabrina,
and proper.
I'm gonna go and check this. You're absolutely
can't believe you don't know
positive
this.
It was 37 minutes.
$100,000 million that I don't have. Okay. Because I am too poor to be on the Housewives, but I would be entertaining.
Oh, yeah. What was he doing for 37 minutes?
He was getting something else.
No, I don't think so.
You're just gonna watch? That's even more creepy. What the hell are you doing there? Are you joking? Okay, this stupid zooming shit, I needed to stop.
I need to know what was happening in that 37.
I can't believe you don't know this. They wrote 37 minutes later. And he walks out.
Yeah, what happened?
Well,
I can't wait for the reunion.
well.
Maybe they'll bring.
Did you watch Lexi on Watch What Happens Live?
I watched just a few minutes of it.
Okay.
Just a few minutes.
She was like,
I did see that exact face. I did see a couple times where she was just trying to suck it up.
Yeah, so she did a TikTok and the voiceover, okay, is now you're calling me and telling me you love me and that you're obsessed with me and you want my babies and you want to marry me. Oh, well. But it's a voiceover. So clearly he's begging for her back. And I'm like, oh my God. I get so excited. You see, like, I don't need bad stuff. I just like this kind of crap.
Right. That's what I'm
so
talking
good. Like, there's no investigator.
Right.
There's no one.
Right. There's no federal prison.
No. It's just like someone in a room for 37 minutes.
I know. I'm here for that. Mysterious.
And it's also shitty that Summer House, poor Emerald, is getting such a bad rap. And he does all these really nice things. Did you know that he has a school for children?
But also, truthfully, the fact that the guy's just has the guts to be honest about who he is, that's really the way everybody should be, honestly.
I love that about him because it's a very bad thing for his culture.
Balls to the wall. This is who I am. This is how I do life. Take it or leave it.
And for his culture, that's a big thing.
Yeah. It's a hell of a lot better than someone, saying they're one thing and then presenting something else.
Like Dorit.
Or Sutton.
Or Sutton.
Or
Sutton and her horse. Sutton
with a double T.
Sutton needs to go back to Georgia.
And then we had Paige.
Oh, I love her. Do you like her?
I feel so Paige and Craig saturated.
Oh yeah, okay, but like they shouldn't have been together. So it's good that they broke up.
They were ready to break up.
Yeah, I feel like it was a real moment at the table, at the picnic table with Ciara and her.
Yeah,
I like that, and you could see she was really struggling. Yeah, like I like Paige a lot because, like, again, I like people I relate to, so I relate to her a lot. Like the Italian spiciness. Okay,
me too. When she first joined Summer House, I remember saying, she reminds me of like a younger version of myself. She's a real spitfire, and she could handle herself in any room. And you didn't have to worry about Paige.
I just really am happy he's out of her life, and the fact that him too already with someone in 10 seconds. It's like you're talking about her holding hands with a baseball guy, but you're full on going out with someone else after 3 months.
Right.
Shut up.
And at this point, they have been done for quite some time.
Yeah, like it was October. Stop pretending. It was November.
We've kind of known it was only a matter of time.
Did you notice when Ciara took the laptop and hit her face from the camera? When she was saying something about Craig on the bed?
Yes, I did.
Protecting her about something.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was like, that's really nice of her. I think Ciara is a really good friend.
Ciara is so solid. She's like the best friend.
I really like Sierra a lot. Especially after watching her on
what about
Traitors.
the fact that Paige called herself the breadwinner?
I love that.
Well, I am the breadwinner. And let's face
You
it,
need to come to me. I'm the breadwinner. I was like, snap.
I know. And let's face it, with that Giggly Squad tour that she's going on, I'm sure she is.
She was on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Like, you are the breadwinner.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, she's killing
And
it.
they were on another show this morning, eh?
She was?
No, her and Hannah. I don't like Hannah though. I don't.
Was
I
she
don't.
wearing that? Was that the show where she was wearing that white outfit head to toe?
So it's a different white outfit head to toe today, but she wore 2 white outfits.
I saw her looking gorgeous, getting out of a car, looking stunning.
That was the Jimmy Fallon.
Amazing. So,
and then this morning she looked amazing also, going to the morning show of some sort. And Hannah was in purple. Do you like Hannah?
I don't really know. I don't know. I don't listen to their podcast. I haven't seen Hannah since what season?
Did you watch her on Summer House?
I didn't have a problem. I know she is, she is the rhonj to Paige's role, but I liked her the first couple years.
I don't like what she did to Kyle and Amanda and how she talked to Amanda. I didn't like how she was in Summer House. I don't know her anything else after that because I unfollowed her from everything after that episode. That episode was very intense for me. She was super mean to poor Amanda. Amanda needs to stop feeling poor Amanda, but still, it was so mean, and she did lie about Kyle. But I just really like Paige. I think Paige is like on.
So, but here's the question. If you like Paige that much, then does that make you think that maybe if Paige likes Hannah that much, then maybe I misjudged Hannah a little bit?
No, because I do think Paige likes people that are a bit asshole-ishy. The first person she liked in Southern Charm was Madison LaCroix. I love Madison, but she's a bit asshole-ishy compared to the rest of them, right? She's not the one that's going to suck up to you.
Well, Paige just doesn't like a soft wimp. She doesn't want to be around people that don't have their own voice.
She loves Amanda.
Well, we all got a soft spot.
I like Amanda too.
I like Amanda too, to be honest.
I do like Amanda.
I do like Amanda. I think
Amanda
sleeps with Kyle, but that's her business.
I think Amanda's gorgeous.
She is. I think she is so beautiful, so effortlessly beautiful.
Exactly.
I know. I think that all the time about her.
The only thing that bothers me about Amanda, and maybe it had to do with her depression and everything, but like, get out of the bed, please do something. I'm a very hard worker. I just feel like she really is okay with doing nothing. I don't know if it's because of that one time they mentioned that she has a trust fund from her grandfather, so she doesn't feel like she has to work. But it's get out of the bed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's, she'll grow
up.
I
love Amanda. I love Amanda.
I love Amanda too. I think she's.
I love Amanda, and I think that Kyle, oh my God.
He's a lot.
Yeah.
A job. Being married to Kyle would be a job in its own right.
But it's because she's so soft. If he had a Lindsay.
Oh, it'd be a whole different situation. But also, we don't know what she's like behind, everybody's.
She's with her dogs. Their dogs in the bed.
Okay, moving over to Atlanta, we had the Peace Brunch. The show picks up the day after Kenya's big event, where she decided to make such a fucking ridiculous move. I mean, those pictures that why she sat up there and put her daughter's name in the same sentence as, you know what I mean? Why she was talking about her daughter and the fact that she had done all this and worked so hard and it was all for the daughter. And then she decided to bring that whole thing up in the same situation. It will forever be beyond me. And then I'm also fully perplexed about the fact that she justified it because that Brit said something about, oh, I wish I had a pistol, or something about what she said about a pistol. I don't know. Maybe it's different in Atlanta, but to me, someone saying something, that's just words. You know what I mean? She said, I wish I had a pistol. So
no, she didn't say, I wish I had a pistol.
What'd she say?
She said, I'm always carrying, girl.
Are you okay? Even that.
It doesn't matter. I wish I could go in the archives and pull out from freaking 10 years ago how I used to say that Kenya's the devil. She is the evilest housewife, eviler than freaking Kathy. She is evil. I don't understand the Teddy hate. I don't know why everybody hates Teddy, because Teddy's not a mean person.
No, Teddy's not mean at all.
No, she's not. I never understood how people hated Teddy so much. Like, I don't understand it. It was so weird to me. And I can't even talk about Teddy because I'm going to cry. I get very emotional with Teddy, especially after the John Mellencamp preparing her burial article. It was awful. But just to say, she is nothing compared to how devil Kenya is. And Kenya doesn't get this amount of hate. Kenya is so evil. She was evil when she was that Porsha got freaking thrown on the floor, man. Okay, at one of the reunions because she brings a mic, a freaking megaphone, and goes in her ear. I would have freaking punched you in the face too, you asshole. You're such a bad person. She's a bad person. And Portia's the one that gets slammed to the floor because she wants to retaliate after 50 times you're in my ear. She's awful. She's awful. I don't want to say the thing about her mom, but like, you're not nice. Okay, and like, no, she's maybe nice. Like,
and I don't care what anybody says, that what she could have said 10 times worse than either I carry a pistol or I have it.
He said I'm always carrying. That was not
in the world
good.
Justified what she did.
Okay, I'm gonna say this: if Kenya, for the first time in her life, would have rose above it, instead of twirling, okay, like what she would always do, okay? Yeah. Edie, Britt would have looked bad.
Right.
And leave it, let her look bad.
Right, let her look bad.
But then you go and do that, and she can defend herself, be like, well, I was just mad because she was always being mean to me, and it's words. You brought photos, which I don't know if you saw Portia's live. Did you see it?
No.
So there is someone who is still on the show who gave her those photos, and I'll make you just guess who.
Not Porsha.
No, Portia's like, there is someone on this show who is still on the show who gave Porsha who gave Kenya those photos.
Who was it?
An acted surprise. Oh my God, I'm frozen. An acted surprise. Yes, I knew right away. She didn't say the name.
Who was it?
Drew.
Drew?
Drew. 100%. That's why she's saying it like that, because she's so pissed at Drew about the dentist thing, which I don't know why she's mad about the dentist thing. Who cares? But anyway, but it's Drew. Drew's the one that gave those pictures. But Kenya, you have this gorgeous salon. You are really beautiful. Your child is there. Right. And you go make it about that?
Well, you're going to she talks about setting an example for her daughter, and that's what you choose to do?
Well, maybe because she didn't get examples from her own mother.
Right. Well, sorry. If anybody else did that, Kenya would have been like calling them out.
If someone would have done that to Kenya, they would have been
100%
run over by her Rolls Royce.
Oh my God, they would have had a lawsuit the next morning. There would have been.
The fact that she literally did attention. Why are you doing this at your event?
Right. No, it was horrible.
She got the attention. Oh no, so bad. Do I like the new girls? Absolutely not. Do I think the show looks like budgeted? What is this type of filming?
Well, it's my mic walked in the room. When was I watching it? This morning. Remember, I had to catch up this morning. I hadn't, because I'm a day behind. Mike walks in. He goes, I feel like it looks like you're watching a movie. He goes, did they change the way they're shooting this? And they changed everything.
It's awful. And like Cynthia, anyway.
I know. I don't know how I feel about the new girls.
They're awful.
Either. It's just, I know. Which
is why I'm annoyed with Kenya. Because she is the devil. And it's like, everybody knows you're the devil. Okay, but the fact that, no, she's the devil, like Satan. But anyway, the fact that you did that now, you're not even going to make people get their own opinion about these freaking bird brains, because now you did that. So you're making everybody automatically feel sorry for her when they would have just disappeared anyway.
Right. No, now they're going to love those girls just because they feel sorry for them.
Yes, you understand. And it's like, you're so stupid, because they would have left either way without you lifting a finger, because they're awful.
Right. And then that girl, the one that she did it to, Britt
Edie.
Then she garnered sympathy for herself, because she came out and said, listen, I've made a couple mistakes. I did this.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy to do that. And she said, and then I was, I forayed into webcam stuff, just, and it's true. I mean, people make mistakes. People take
Yeah, you're allowed to make
that they had
mistakes.
gone down.
You're allowed to make mistakes, but she's so stupid because I don't think the audience would have really liked these two new additions, and they would have went away on their own. And now she will, and then she ran on a rampant rage post.
Two new additions. We have 4 new additions. We have Britt, the girl that threw the party for her. What's her
Oh
name?
yeah,
I
forgot about her.
Kelly. Kelly,
forgot about-
Kelly. She's got the
Yeah,
daughter.
the short one.
Yes, Kelly. She has the daughters. Her husband left her, and then we have
The one that's married to the basketball player.
yes, exactly the one that's married.
I don't know why
Charles.
they're married.
Charles, and then there's Shamia, who this has basically become the Shamia show. Porsha.
Well, you know that Shamia and Porsha are not friends anymore.
Yes, I do know that.
So look what the show does.
I think that their relationship had probably, I mean, they've been friends since like elementary school.
Which is why I find it really bad. And I also think Porsha, like, you're not an angel.
Porsha's not an angel. It's going to
Like,
be
you went out with the
interesting to see
freaking
how
girl's
this all
husband.
plays out. Because those two we do know were real friends. You know what I mean? So many of these women come on and
They're not even friends. No.
They don't really have histories. But
No.
Porsha and Shamia really do have a history. They've been friends for ages.
I didn't know how rich Shamia was. What the hell? I was like,
I think this is new. She wasn't always. When we knew Shamia coming on as
are
Porscha's
you
friend.
sure?
Yeah, no, I think this marriage is new.
But it's not him, the rich one. It's her.
No, it's him. She's
No,
not.
she said that she bought the house because of all her acting and her stuff.
No, he is the one that has money. She married him. He has all the money. He has a huge air conditioning. He does air conditioning for like airports. He has huge contracts he does all the air conditioning for all of these huge airports and
I
hospitals.
could not believe how much money this woman has.
Yeah, I mean, their house doesn't even have an address. It's just like a name.
Like Sheree would die.
Yeah.
She'd be like,
No, I know. No, yeah, but she married a dude that has.
are you sure it's new? I don't think it's new. She made it seem as if they've been together for 50 million years. And I thought she was saying that it's me. I have the money.
Well, within the friend group, she has the money, but the money is her technically. I mean, it's her money. Obviously, she's married to the guy, but
No, but I thought she said she worked in this and the acting and all that. Okay, whatever. Anyway, she's psycho rich. And I thought Porsha might be a little jealous of that. Now that she's
She
not with
probably
Simon,
is
who
now
is
at this
a fake
point.
human.
right. Well, isn't funny? People's lives go up and down, right? Porsha was over here thinking that she had this life while Shamia wasn't, and now Shamia's up here. And
Yeah, but like Porsha needs to really stop. Like someone needs to help her choose people. I think we should. Like I think the most normal one she had was a hot dog guy.
the hot dog guy, yeah, who's now
I can't stand Drew. Do you like Drew?
Drew's side chick, just side dude. No, I'm not a Drew fan. Drew,
She needs to leave. Her and her sister.
and
go.
Ralph.
Oh my God! Like, why did you come upstairs? Go back
Right,
down.
right.
You don't
If I
want to hear
ever
it.
see Ralph again, it'll be too soon.
Oh my God! What a terrible creature.
Isn't he the worst?
Not worse than Kenya, but he's the worst. I can't stand him.
It's painful.
I literally watch this show like this. I don't even know why I watch it. It's awful.
I'm having a hard time, to be honest, staying engaged with
I can't do it. Charles and the wife, they don't like each other. Like, you don't know your daughter's married? What the hell's wrong with you? Like, what? Like, my mother would have broke my face. And
No, I know. I'm having a hard time staying engaged with Atlanta. My Christy, she's been loving Atlanta, and I'm hardly hanging on to Atlanta right now.
No, I
The
cannot
new girls,
do
maybe
it.
I just need a little bit more time. I'm going to give it the whole season because I'm not going to bail out. I'm going to give it the whole season, but that's why it's at the end of my list today because it's not my favorite.
No, and what's the shorter girl's name?
Kelly, right?
She really needs to button her shirts. We don't need to see.
Are you being smothered by her cleavage?
But it's like wild. I don't understand. Like even Britt Edie, like at least they're like in her throat, but they look good. Oh,
Yeah.
I
I know.
can't.
It's
It's a terrible
interesting
cast.
choice. Yeah.
And Portia's talking different. Don't you agree? Why is Porsha talking like that?
Which way do you think she's talking?
Like she's talking with her back teeth. I don't know how to say it. I loved Porsha. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You go with Simon, you find out he's not a real human.
I've always been a huge Porsha fan myself.
I love Porsha. I love Nene. I don't know if you like Nene. I love Nene. I love Porsha. And I'm like, why are you talking about
I want to know what exactly you loved about Nene. What exactly? And don't tell me she's real.
No, she's not.
She's not.
I find her hilarious. Oh no. Hello?
What?
I find her crazy funny. My wig. Like I died. Like she talks and I die.
Did you find her funny at the end or only in the beginning?
Okay, at the end she started thinking she was better than everybody, so it kind of shifted.
I mean,
yeah, okay, but
I was good when Nene was good. That's like saying Kim Zolciak was funny when she was funny. Yeah, she was.
You know the disaster with Kim Zolciak?
Oh fuck, who doesn't?
No, not. I'm not talking about Croy.
Oh, new disaster?
Bahama Man?
Involving Chet Hanks.
Who?
Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. You know, she had a little fling.
Oh, that stupid guy on the show. No. Do you know what she did with the Bahama guy?
Oh, asking something about buying her a drink or something?
Ew, that was to Brielle.
Okay.
So this guy is with this girl, okay, who's like famous because of his family. Well, he's rich because of his family, and he wants to be a famous singer. He's Colombian. And he finds freaking Kim Zolciak while he's with the girl of like 3 years, okay? And he sends by accident flowers to Kim Zolciak, but to the girlfriend's apartment. So the girlfriend freaking goes on TikTok and does the whole thing, and he's on the private jet with her. And then Brielle comments, "It's not true. He just bought us drinks." And then it was like a disaster. And then all the video cameras of them in Bahamas come out. Okay, I'm telling you, that whole story, the girlfriend has like 17-part series.
Are you kidding me?
No, you have to watch it. It's so good.
I'm gonna go watch it. You need to send me. You need to send me Bahama Mama.
But that she made a whole series called Bahama Mama.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look it up.
And if you see this guy, even the girlfriend is like, it's her dream come true. She's so lucky that this happened. He is not a treat. I was like, you went from Croy to this.
I never thought Croy was hot myself.
I don't find Croy.
I never found a single thing about Croy. I used to look at that and
Okay, but did you know that Kim Zolciak was 39 when she did the last season of Atlanta? I thought she was 60.
How old is she now? I feel like she's my age.
How old are you?
I just turned 53 on March 21st on
Melissa's. Okay. Well, you're beautiful and you look fantastic, but she does not. And she is not 53. Don't you remember they did her 40th birthday on the show? Google it.
My phone's dead. I was just going to ask Sarah.
Okay, well, my freaking iPad's about to croak and I can't find my thing. But and you know that.
Okay, well, we're about to finish right now. And hey, Siri, how old is Kim Zolciak? Watch this.
I found.
Watch this. Kim Zolciak. Oh, no, she's way younger than me.
I told you. They did her 40th.
May 19th, 1978, and I was born in 72.
She's 10 years older than me.
6 years younger than me.
It's very weird. She looks so old.
Well, she's had
anyway, whatever. Croy still licked her ass.
Yeah.
Who follows you around with a red cup?
Anyway. Well,
who did?
I know.
I thought he loved her.
You're not wrong,
disaster.
She's a disaster.
What? Disaster. And she's selling things on her stuff. Do you watch that?
It's all she does.
But the worst part is
no other way of making money.
But she's selling them for more than what she paid them.
Well, because they, if she touched them, she thinks they're suddenly.
Did you see Ariana's bedroom set for sale?
I read something about it.
So she's selling it for
Selling her kids'
$10,000. But you want to laugh? It's hand painted and it was worth, and I paid it $60,000. Maybe that's why you have no money, because you bought these ugly bedrooms.
And you just paid there was just she just spent like a crazy person. Also, she had a gambling problem. She had a really serious
serious gambling problem and a wine problem. She stopped at every store to buy the wine, man.
Yeah.
And what she did, don't be tardy. They stopped at every freaking little casino that existed. There was like 3 people in there, and there was Kim Zolciak.
Well, also there were like lawsuits and stuff from casinos that she actually owed money to.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But she also would stop at like a convenience store and spend $17,000. What are you buying?
Then the girls, what's her face?
Oh, sorry, I sidetracked.
I know we have to get back. I know we have to get back because we have to wrap this up. But the girls had this peace lunch at Kelly's house. They had peace lunch at Kelly's house, which was very sweet. I thought it was nice. They were trying to bring the girls around to support that poor girl that fucking Kenya tried to demolish.
Terrible.
But that went sideways real fast.
Yep.
I mean, real fast. That didn't last long, because she's like, why are you guys sitting there caring about Kenya's side? Like, yeah, I said something inappropriate, but I tried to apologize. I took her flowers. I tried to.
Yeah, I know, but it's you flowers when you say you're always carrying, like.
I'm always carrying. And then you take flowers and then you say, listen, I was talking out of my ass. I'm really sorry.
I know. She could have said, I'm going to punch her in the face, not I'm going to shoot her.
She didn't say, I'm going to shoot her.
Okay, but she's insinuating that.
You know what? I have said a lot of crazy shit just popping.
So Kenya
not like Kenya hasn't said crazy shit.
No, you don't know. Kenya did something worse, 100%.
So you have to hold space for the fact that we all say crazy shit. And you have to stay rooted in the fact that I'm sure she was just saying crazy shit. She's not going to come to the next fucking luncheon with a gun to take me out.
No, obviously.
She's not going to send someone after me. So you hold space for that person and you realize they were probably just popping off and acting out. And then, you accept their apology and you move on like a big girl. But I think the truth is Kenya was probably just threatened by the fact that all of these new girls were coming on her show. You know what I mean?
But that's exactly what it is. She can't accept newbies ever.
Right. Because this is her,
and especially territory. If they're younger and
yes, this is her territory, and she's going to twirl all over it. And so she's not,
You know what's annoying is that Kenya's actually so beautiful. Like she looked incredible.
Drop dead gorgeous.
She looked incredible in that purple dress, and I'm like, Britt Eady doesn't hold a candle to you, and neither does Kelly. What the hell's your problem? You
rise
idiot?
Above, rise above,
twirl above. Like you
twirl above,
so much
sweetie.
better.
Yes.
Instead, what did you do? You made her get all the shine on your event,
and you're not on the show.
Yeah,
and you've been kicked off the fucking show.
Did you see her post when she went nuts on Andy and what's his name on the podcast?
Yes.
Oh my God, I have 1%. I don't want it to hang up on you.
All right, everybody. All right, sweetheart. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Sabrina_Abbatte, ABBATE. And I don't have TikTok. I have TikTok, but I don't post anything there. So I'm really on Instagram. But I am obsessed with the Housewives, and I'm sorry if I spoke a lot. It's just like I talk about this forever.
I'm so happy to spend this time with you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being with me. Let's do it again soon.
I would love to. I love spending this time with you.
I know. Me too, babe. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for everything.
All right,
have a great night.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody, that about does it for this episode of Generally Speaking. But before we go, I just want to remind you of this. My life has been so hectic, you guys, with all of the things going on. I have just had to put some things aside to make space for other things. And sometimes not everything fits on your plate. So I just want to remind you that it's okay to do less when you're dealing with more. I need you to remember to take care of yourselves and remember that sometimes you can't make everything work, and that's okay. I promise. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you've been watching us on YouTube, please make sure you reach out and smash that subscribe button. If you've been listening on your favorite streaming platform, please make sure you give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, tell your family, tell your friends. If you want to follow me on socials, you can find me on TikTok at This Is Generally Speaking or on Instagram at The Jennifer Snook. If you'd like to collaborate or have a question you'd like answered on the pod, you can email me at jennifer@jennifersnook.com. And if you'd like to get your hands on any of this adorable Generally Speaking merch, I will leave the link down below. All right, everybody, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you have a wonderful week. And until we're together again, everybody, stay rooted in love. We'll see you next time.